Hi everyone, welcome. We're going to just give a couple extra seconds as we see more and more folks coming on in. It's awesome to see you. Thank you for being here. Okay, so for the interest of time, we will get started. So good evening, everyone. Welcome. My name is Randy Stam. I am a school counselor at Hackensack High School in Hackensack, New Jersey, and I would like to welcome you to the New Jersey Association for College Admissions Counseling Virtual College Exploration Program. Tonight, you are going to be hearing from a wonderful representative from Michigan State University. This is going to be a webinar, so that means that your cameras and the chat functions have been turned off. So if you have any questions, which we absolutely encourage you to ask, please put them in the Q&A, and Larry will be able to answer those throughout the course of his presentation. And just as a reminder, we have 2 more nights after today of our program, so please feel free to sign up for more sessions, learn about as many schools as possible, and you can see the full schedule at njacac.org/virtual fair. And just so that you know, this will become available as a recording in the next couple of days, as are all of the sessions that have been conducted this week and last week. So without any further ado, I am going to turn the presentation over. You are in wonderfully capable hands with the wonderful, the outstanding, the ever-personable Larry Alterman.
Well, Randy, thank you so much for that introduction. My name is Larry Alterman, and I am the manager of East Coast recruitment for Michigan State University. And important for you, if you're watching this, I am the first to read any application from the state of New Jersey, from the state of New York. We may have some New Yorkers here as well, which is wonderful. You are most welcome. And what I'm going to do is I am going to present to you for somewhere between 13 and 15 minutes. I'm going to give you some highlights of the university. We're going to talk about the admissions process, about different things you can be involved in the university in terms of academically, culturally, socially, athletically. And then I will be happy to answer as many questions as possible. So I encourage you, as you have a question, if there's something you're unsure of, put it in the Q&A, because as soon as I get done presenting, then we will go into the Q&A for the rest of our time. Also, I will be sharing my contact information, so if you want to follow up with me at a later point, you can. So now let's get started. So Michigan State is located in East Lansing, Michigan. East Lansing is in the center of the lower part of the state of Michigan. From New Jersey, very easy to fly from Newark to Detroit nonstop, or if it's more convenient for you, you can fly out of LaGuardia or even White Plains Airport as well, nonstop to Detroit, about an hour and 25-minute flight. From the Detroit airport, about an hour and 15-minute drive. There are also, for students, if you're going back and forth during breaks, there's a bus service which operates from the Detroit airport right across from campus. And that bus will take you to East Lansing. East Lansing is a classic college town. When you look in the upper right corner where you see the umbrellas, that's East Lansing. Multiple blocks of shops, restaurants, coffee shops, places to hang out. Directly across the street is our campus. And this just kind of gives you another view of East Lansing. East Lansing is really centered on students. Any item that is sold in a restaurant is really focused at students. The pricing also very much within a student budget. At Michigan State, we have students from all 50 states, 130 countries around the world. It is truly a place where everyone can feel welcome and comfortable. Our campus has a lot of trees, a lot of grass and open space. It's very flat. It's easy for walking. It's easy for biking. We do have a free campus bus system as well, though. So lots of ways to get around our campus. We do have beautiful gardens that are part of our campus. And there's always nice places to sit underneath a tree, read a book, listen to music, or just relax. We do have all 4 seasons at Michigan State, and we have a very wide variety of architecture. We are a large school. We are 49,000 total students, but of this, 39,000, the majority of our students are undergraduates. We are really built for undergraduate students at Michigan State. We have 200 plus majors in 17 degree granting colleges. Some of our largest colleges include our College of Business, our College of Engineering, our College of Social Science, our College of Natural Science. But also, we have 3 great residential colleges, which give you the chance to have a small school feel within the larger university setting. And they're all located right on our campus as well. Something else I want to talk about in terms of majors. The major you put on your application does not have any impact in your ability to be admitted to Michigan State. Also, it's very easy to change your major, and 50% of our students change their major at least once. Now, Michigan State has an honors college. Our honors college is actually one of the oldest in the country, over 60 years old. And our honors college is invitation only. They are looking for very high achieving students who enjoy a lot in the way of academic flexibility. Our honors college does not restrict what a student can study. Our honors college is an umbrella over all academics at Michigan State. We're always adding new buildings. This is our new STEM teaching, learning, and interdisciplinary research facility. This building will open in time for September of 2021. It is over 90% complete right now. This is the minskoff Pavilion. The minskoff Pavilion is an addition to our Broad College of Business. Keep in mind, this rather large building is only an addition. There are so many ways for you to create a unique experience at Michigan State. One of them, our entrepreneurship minor. Our entrepreneurship minor can be combined with any major. Undergraduate research is a major part of our academic culture at MSU. We have an office of undergraduate research. Every year, we have thousands of undergraduates who are involved in research across all major areas. Actually, every year, we even have an undergraduate research forum where students can present their work and compete against each other. If you want to study abroad, Michigan State will check that box for you. You can go to every continent on the globe, including Antarctica, 60 different countries, over 275 different programs. You can study abroad whatever your major is. You can start even as soon as your first year if you'd like. You can go for a whole semester or even for an entire academic year or as short as 2 weeks. If you're looking for a school with a lot of spirit, Michigan State definitely is one that will fit that for you. This is our mascot, Sparty, leading the Spartan marching band to Spartan Stadium, where you can go with 72,000 other fans and watch Michigan State play football. You are looking from directly behind the student section. And one thing that makes Michigan State Spartan Stadium special is you can walk there from any of our residence halls on campus. Our men's and women's basketball team play in the Breslin Center, also right on campus. 14,000 seats, filled and usually quite loud. Michigan State's men's basketball team has made the NCAA tournament 20 years straight. Students, in case you're wondering, that's more than every year of your life. There are so many other things, though, you can be involved in. We have over 900 clubs and student organizations. We have 150 live music performances a year. We have 28 different sports for intramural and club, everything from softball, soccer, basketball, cricket, rugby, water polo, ice hockey. We even have 2 18-hole golf courses on our campus. We have active but not dominant Greek life. Greek life is about 12% of our student body. So that means it's still a community of about 4,000. So still a very good sized community, but it's not dominant. And I think it well illustrates the fact that at MSU, you have so many choices of what communities, what you want to be part of. We do also have 10 performing stages on campus, ranging from 200 to 2,000 seats. 2 of the last 3 years, we've had the visiting company from Hamilton on our campus. You do have to live on campus freshman year. We guarantee space on campus freshman year and all 4 years. We have both community and suite style bathrooms, and you will be able to have some input on which type you get. You also can pick a roommate as well. We have 9 dining halls on campus, and you can eat at any of them when you're living on campus as many times as you like. In each area of campus, we have 1 dining hall that is open from 7 a.m. till midnight. We have about 20 Sparty convenience stores around campus, which make it very easy when you want to pick up an item or two. We even have our own food truck. So now let's talk about admissions. If you look down in the bottom left, you can see our middle 50% for GPA is 3.5 to 4.0. The middle 50% for ACT is 23 to 29. And our middle 50 for SAT, 1130 to 1310. Michigan State accepts the common application, the coalition application, and our own application. We do not require any supplemental essays, so we are very easy to apply to. This year, for the first time, Michigan State is test optional. If you do not want to submit, or you don't even have a test score to submit, do not worry about it. When we are reading applications, we will really spend a lot of time on your transcript and look at what classes you took in 9th grade, in 10th grade, in 11th grade. What does the senior year schedule look like? What are the levels of the classes in 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th? How have the grades been in those classes? What kind of trends can we see? We will also review your extracurricular activities. We will read your essay. And while we don't require letters of recommendation, we will read them. We have both early action with a November 1st deadline and rolling admissions. And one more exciting thing, we are going to start to read applications next week. We will start to give answers to students by the end of October. So the sooner you can get an application in, the sooner we can get you a decision. There is a lot in the way of support for you. We have 5 engagement centers around campus, which offer students free tutoring in most subjects first and second year students are taking, a writing center that can help you with papers, health and wellness support, and advising support. Our placement, our retention rate is 92%. Now, speaking of our placement rate, each of our colleges has their own career center. And in your first month on campus, you will be invited to a resume workshop, because we want you to get a good resume together, because potentially even in your first semester, you will have some opportunities to talk to corporations and start the process of pursuing internships. And so our placement rate within 6 months of graduation is 93%. When you graduate from Michigan State, you join an alumni network of almost 500,000. This will give you an idea of what tuition and fees, room and board are per year. We have quite a bit in the way of merit-based scholarships, which you are automatically reviewed for when you are admitted to Michigan State. We also suggest that you and your family submit a FAFSA. We really do hope you'll consider joining us on the banks of the Red Cedar River. The Red Cedar cuts right through the heart of the Michigan State campus. And now I want to share with you my email address and my cell phone number. And I encourage you to write this down or take a quick screenshot or photo of this slide. You can email me, you can call me, you can text me. Students, I encourage you, please share this information as well with your parents. If they have questions, I am more than happy to speak with them about anything relating to Michigan State. So now I will start to answer what questions we have in the chat. So one of the questions is about career development and internships. And the answer is yes, we have many opportunities. Each of our colleges has their own career center. And we view the career process as a 4-year process. So it's not just about learning how to get a resume together, but it's learning, how do you dress for an interview? How do you prepare for an interview? What kinds of questions should you ask? What are great ways to answer questions? This is all some of the preparation. But in addition, we'll have companies that come to Michigan State and they will have what they call an ask session. And in an ask session, they'll do a brief presentation on their company and they'll talk about their culture a little bit and the kind of people that are a good fit for their culture. And then you have an opportunity, and it's a group setting, to ask questions, but also hear others ask questions and learn more, about that company. So can I join with an undeclared major, I guess, basically? Yeah, it is very easy to change your major at Michigan State. At Michigan State, you can change your major, honestly, even in the admissions process. So somebody could hit send tonight on a Common App with a certain major. You could go into your account next week or the week after and change that major. You could change it in another month. When you come for new student orientation in the summer, you could change that major. All of our students do not take identical classes when they get started. So students will start to take classes pointing them toward a different major. But if you come in undecided, our advisors will work with you to suggest and help you find some great different classes you can take to explore what opportunities might be a fit. because the goal of all this is for you to find your purposes and passions. And that doesn't always happen in the same amount of time. And in a place like Michigan State with 200 majors, there's a lot of discovery. This whole process is a discovery process, and it doesn't stop when you start. So you'll have great flexibility. Let's see the next question. Yeah, so what are the benefits of being in the honors program in terms of housing? So our honors college students, we have 6 different residence halls where we have honors college floors. That is an option for an honors college student. It's not a requirement. And so you have that option if you've been invited to the honors college of living on an honors college floor. The residence halls are not different than other residence halls, and you're mixed in even within the residence hall, but the whole floor would be an honors college floor. Can I show the fee structure once again? So I can actually just tell you the total tuition and room and board is $50,352. So that will give you an idea of our fee structure. How effective is pre-law advisory at Michigan State? Oh, good. I'm glad we have a question on pre-professional. So we have a lot of different majors that can be used for pre-law. The reality is pre-law can literally be any major. And it probably should be a major where you're going to get great grades, because that is part of what you need for law school. But we have pre-professional advisors who, if you're thinking of going to law school, they can work with you. They can go over timelines of preparing for the LSAT and the application process, and you definitely have opportunities in that way. We also have those advisors who can work with pre-med, pre-dental, pre-optometry. We're also a great school for veterinary medicine, as we have a vet school on our campus as well. The next question is, how will scholarships be determined if we apply test optional? Is there a lower chance of getting a merit scholarship if applying test optional? A very simple answer, no. You will be considered for all scholarships, whether you submit a test score or not. So it will not disadvantage you. What I would say in terms of, if you have a test score in our middle 50%, SAT, that's 1130 to 1310, ACT, 23 to 29, or above, you may want to consider submitting it if you have it. But I want to be really clear. We know many students have not been able to take tests this year, and we will not spend any time thinking about why a student submitted a test or not. So please, if you haven't taken a test, don't worry about it. If you're unhappy with your test score, don't worry about it. Apply test optional. So the acceptance rate for out-of-state students, we don't really have a separate acceptance rate. We are in the area of about 76%. I can tell you, for out-of-state students, we don't have a limit by school, by town, by county, or by state. So you are not competing against anyone else from your school. We have some schools where we're more popular than others. Do not worry about that. But I hope you apply. Yes, MSU offers master's programs in psychology. And at the undergraduate level, we offer both a Bachelor of Arts and a Bachelor of Science in psychology. So that gives you some options. We do have a very large psychology department. And so one of the things that means is a lot of research and a lot of different research. So if you want to be involved in research, definitely opportunities there in psychology at Michigan State. Yeah, on the Michigan State site, there is an applications page, but it will ask you how to create an account. If you want, just send me an email and I can help you out more with that. Again, my email address is just larry@msu.edu. That's LARRY, the letter A, @msu.edu, and I can help you out with that. Is it better to apply undecided or with a specific major? Okay, so I'm going to take this question from two different ways. In terms of admission, it makes 0% difference. Whatever major you put down, it will make no difference in our evaluation of your application for admission. Where I think it makes sense to put down a major, or at least over time get to a major, would be before new student orientation, if you're simply thinking, this is how I want to start. So if you had a major in mind that right now is on the top of your list, you may want to put that in, simply because if nothing changes and you decide to attend Michigan State, then you would start in that major. Your first classes would be pointing you in that direction. But let's say halfway through your first semester, you decided to do something different. Not a problem. You're going to fill something out. You're going to get an email with a new academic advisor. You're going to go see them, and your classes for the very next semester will change. So when you're getting started, the commitment you've made to a major really is one semester of classes. And you can change it, again, during this process. So putting in your SAT scores does not give you an advantage. It becomes something else for us to evaluate. And again, where it would make the most sense is if you are in our middle 50%, which is again 1130 to 1310, or ACT 23 to 29. Next question, are classes more lecture or discussion based? What are the average size of classes? Great question. So our average size is 40 to 60. 76% of our classes are 50 or less. Yes, there are merit-based scholarships for out-of-state students. We have specific merit-based scholarships for out-of-state students. How can you find out if college classes we took in high school can transfer to MSU? Great question. So I'm going to make it simple for you. Well, two things actually. If you took them in high school, we will have to evaluate the syllabus. So you will have to submit a syllabus. We do accept a lot of dual enrollment credits, but if you wanted to get an idea, one of the things you could do, go to our website, msu.edu. In the search box in the upper right, just put in transfer credit. You'll get something that's going to pop up really quick. You can put in any school in the country and you can put in the courses. Career fairs for engineering students. Twice a year, there are career fairs for engineering. They actually would have just had one, usually about 200 there. And then there's another one late February, early March. Also, if you're an engineering student, you'll live with other engineering students, and you will, they actually have a career office right in that same building that you're living in. So our criminal justice major, I actually do not know what it's ranked, but I can tell you we have one of the oldest criminal justice programs in the country. We have a full-time person who works on nothing more than placing students out of criminal justice into internships and full-time positions. And that's part of it is because it's such a specialized field within the College of Social Science. So again, how competitive is the application process when you're applying from out of state? Again, we don't have a limit. Our admit rate is about 76%. The total cost that I gave, yes, that includes the full meal plan. The meal plan I referenced, that is eating at our dining halls as many times as you like. The requirements for in-state tuition are simple. For a student, one of your parents has to live in the state of Michigan and be able to prove it with some documentation that our Office of Registrar would have. If your parents, either one of them or both of them, move while you're a Michigan State student, then you can be reevaluated for in-state tuition. In terms of the Greek life, it is very active. It's about 4,000 students involved, which is about 12% of our student body. I have worked with many students who have been involved in Greek life at Michigan State, and they all really enjoy it. But just understand, Michigan State is not a place where you have to be involved in Greek life. But if you're interested in it, it is very active. So if you need to use a lab outside of lab time, we do have labs available for students. I think it also depends on the type of labs. So there are some labs that really professors run portions of them. They may have their workbench, they may have their materials. There are many opportunities though for a student to definitely get lab time. There would not necessarily have to be a graduate student there. Yes, we do have study abroad for performing arts. We have some opportunities for performing arts students as well to perform overseas as well. Yes, you can send your test score after you submit the application. However, this year, you need to indicate whether you are test optional or not. In terms of in-state right now is about 73% of our student body. We do not have a limit though. So yes, we have multiple living learning communities. So we have our residential colleges. We have James Madison, which is a residential college for constitutional democracy, public policy, international relations. We have a residential college in the arts and humanities. And then we also have Lyman Briggs, which is our residential college with 40 math and science majors. In addition to that, we have a residential business community. Our engineering students live together. We have RISE, our residential initiative for the study of the environment. Does MSU have forensic psychology opportunities available? We don't have a particular major that is forensic psychology, again, based on the breadth of courses that we have in psychology, based on the breadth of the faculty we have, we definitely have opportunities there. If we take a college now course in high school, are those credits accepted? So again, it gets back to it depends. We have to evaluate that individual course. With APs, it's very easy. In most cases, if you have a four or higher, you can get credit. With dual enrollment credits, we have to evaluate them. What degrees does MSU offer for mathematics education? So if you want to be a math educator, we offer that. But in addition, we have majors in mathematics, advanced mathematics, computational mathematics. We have majors in statistics. We have actuarial science. So a lot of opportunities if you're interested in math. Yes, we do accept AP credits, generally 4s and higher, and we don't have a limit on AP. Yes, what's going on with COVID on our campus? So our classes are remote this semester. We do have students who have chosen to live on campus, and they did that even knowing our classes would be remote. That's where we are right now. So criminal justice has a career fair every year. But in addition to that, there are many other organizations that are coming and recruiting on our campus. From criminal justice, we have the ability to place students in the federal level, in the state level, in the local level, internationally. You name the federal agency, there are Michigan State alums from criminal justice in it, including the FBI, the CIA, the Secret Service, Homeland Security, and many other areas of the all different types of positions. Yes, we definitely have research opportunities for undergraduate zoology majors. Yeah, so PreVet, PreVet, actually, you can be a variety of different majors. When I look at the students our vet school accepts, and I encourage you to do that, look at some vet school, acceptances. They have a wide variety of majors. The key is that vet schools are looking for you to do a certain amount of science classes, and then you can major in something else if you want, but they're going to look at a science GPA. They're going to look at an overall GPA. Because we have a vet school on campus, a vet school, by the way, that's over 100 years old, we have advisors from the vet school who work with our pre-vet students. Also, because we have our own farms on campus, equine, swine, poultry, dairy, goats, we have many different places where students can work with animals and get that animal experience, which is so important in terms of getting into vet school as well. And our pre-vet advisors can give you advice on all of that, and they're great. You do not need to apply for scholarships. You will be automatically reviewed for scholarships. So if you don't have a test score by early action, do not worry, because we do not read our pools differently. So early action or rolling has more to do with when you get an answer than whether you're going to get in. We read those applications the same way. So please don't worry about that. In-state tuition and fees are about $26,000 a year. Yes, you get credit for AP courses if you score a 4 or a 5, in a few cases for a 3. If you want to see a whole chart on this, go to msu.edu. In the upper corner, just type in AP credit, and your first choice will be a whole chart, very easy to read, or send me an email. Yes, we have study abroad programs for zoology majors, for all majors. And it might not be specific to the major, but there'll be still courses you can take and still move toward your degree. Yes, we have many opportunities for our undergraduate students to connect with career professionals starting right away. We do have full ride scholarships. That would be for very high achieving students, but we do have them, and you're automatically reviewed for them. We are ranked as a top 100 university in the world. No, early action is not binding. So if you're accepted early action, you are not bound to attend. You have till May 1st to decide. The room and board and meal plan was for the whole year. So that is all inclusive. Also, it includes laundry. We don't do the laundry for you, but laundry, even when you're living in the residence hall, is no charge. We do not meet 100% demonstrated need. We do not actually have interviews as part of our process. And if anyone has another question, you can put down one major when you apply, but again, you have the ability to change it. You have the ability to potentially add another major later on, or add a minor. We have many combinations of majors and minors. So I do really, yes, diversity on campus. 26% students of color. Also, Michigan State is a public university. We're the original land-grant university. We have strived to have opportunity and access since we started. And so now I just want to close by thanking all of you who have come tonight. I appreciate all of your questions and your interest in Michigan State University. We are certainly a school where we have a lot of options for students. Also, we're a place where people are really proud to be associated with the Michigan State, whether they are a student, whether they are faculty, whether they are staff. We are also a school of great spirit as well, on a beautiful campus in a beautiful college town. And so I want to just take this opportunity to wish you all best of luck this fall, best of luck in this admissions process as well. And wait, we have 2 more questions, and then I think that will be the end. We'll be out of time at that point. So I would say the average student takes 1 major and 1 minor. That is pretty much the average. And so with that, if it is okay with NJACAC, I think we will close this session unless, sir, you have a further question.
No, thank you so much, Larry. I told everyone when we start off that you were in for a treat. Look at all that knowledge in Larry's head. So what an awesome opportunity. So again, let me just pull this information up. So thank you everyone for joining us. When you close out of this session, there will be a quick survey that's going to pop up. Please take that so that way we can get your feedback. We always encourage you to sign up for more sessions. Those are on www.njacac.org/virtual fair. And this session, along with all of the other sessions that have been offered over the past 2 weeks, will be made available via recording, and you will be able to find them on that same website. So we wish everyone a safe evening and good luck with your process. Thank you all for being here tonight. Have a safe rest of your night.